Hey Declan, you're in for a real treat today as I continue to review things in my house during the quarantine. So I wanted to review for you the Mark 1 Orange Rockerverb 50, and I'll talk about it after some sick riffs. So that's pretty much the only usable tone in this workhorse here, but I will show you a few of the other ones. This is the Mark 1, not to be confused with the Mark 2 or the Mark 3. From what you'll read on the forums from the tone Nazis out there, the Mark 1 is really the best. The Mark 2 added a mid knob, which no one ever used, and then the Mark 3 it just loses some of the classicness of the Mark 1. So this is clearly the best of all the versions, which is pretty convenient because I picked it up for a steal of a deal, as normally these are very hard to find. Now within it there is a dirty channel and a clean channel. Again, what it showed you was the only usable tone, but I guess we'll demo out some of the other ones. It also has a really, really good reverb in it, and I do have a foot switch which can activate it, but again, that was the only good tone you found that I showed you there. So here's the reverb engaged. I'm not touching the distortion or any of the knobs on there. I've just rolled the tone down on my neck pickup. Before that was the bridge, and you know. That's the reverb at about 4. If we turn it up to, probably about 7-ish on the knobs. And then if we max out the reverb, so, as you can see, sounds great, but ultimately totally garbage in comparison to the first tone, which, by the way, I'll just remind you how good that sounded. So, just as the kind of reference. Now, I've really got the setup where I've got the bass at, probably about 9 o'clock, I got treble at noon, and I got the mids pushed to about 2 o'clock, as that's where I find it sounds best. Other tone-enhancing drugs I've applied. I've got every single pedal on my chain, which includes the Line 6 Helix and probably about 10 other pedals, all plugged into here as well. None of them are turned on, but as I understand, the longer the signal chain, typically the better these things sound. So I just want you to know that these tones aren't necessarily achievable unless you have enough pedals. The other thing that we're doing is we're plugging into a Dr. Z air brake. And I have it set to the bedroom setting just so I don't annoy my sleeping wife. However, I know it's not totally accurate because I'm in a basement, not a bedroom, so we'll have to factor that into our tone equations as well. This thing also does have a clean channel. Again, everything else other than that dirty channel is totally unusable, but here's a nice little demo of it. So it sounds pretty chimey, pretty nice. That was on the neck pickup. Well, let's go back to the bridge. useless tone, only really one good sound out of this bad boy. And we'll go back to, just to remind you of how good that is. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that demo of the Rockerverb Mark 1, the 50 watt. This was my dream amp for a long time, and some guy out of Regina had to sell it. So thanks some guy out of Regina. Have a great day.